喜びか怒りか苛立ちか俺に教えてくれよ。
お前はさっきから何を言ってるんだ？こんなつまらない作業で感情が覗くはずもない。ああ、それだ龍炎。
Can't even lie. I gotta give Bandai their props with this one. With the update, you know, with the new map and what they did with the spiked human boulder. We're not even talking about the DLC right now. They did some pretty good things. But as you know, Baryon mode is out, and he's an attack type, so you know, a lot of people weren't happy about that. But I honestly don't think he's too overpowered. I think, you know, he's pretty balanced, and I'm going to explain that. And I'm also going to give you some counters in this video. That's the main thing, the counters to stop all this. So this is something you think you might be interested in. Stay tuned in the video. If you've been here before and you haven't already, you know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. And today's anime trivia is going to be, what was your favorite scene from, I guess, Baryon mode being on screen? For me, it's got to be when he did the Neo hand palm out and he said, just come get some. That right there was just too fire. Oh, and don't worry about this, man. We got this from doing some plus ultra things, if you get that reference. But let's go ahead and hop straight into this content.
Just to lay out your own domain. Wait, so don't say that was the best you can do, Austin. Ikki ga kusei.
So before we actually get into, like, you know, all the jutsu and stuff, we got to go over the rewards. And like I kind of said, I mean, I kind of figured we weren't going to get a Hokage cape and we weren't going to get hand to hand. It's kind of like they just tease us, man, because it's in there. They put adult Sasuke with his cape. They put Naruto in the game, Hokage version, with his cape, but they don't give it to you. It's just so weird. But some of the awards you're going to get the Naruto the last outfit with the black top, which, you know, he wore, which is a pretty cool outfit. Wish they would have, you know, thrown in the scarf a little bit, but it's cool with that. You're also going to get another outfit from Naruto the last, and this is, you know, when Naruto was out there, you know, macking on everybody, when he was getting all of the Shinobi, all of the Konoichi around in the village, and when he was talking to Hinata, this is the hoodie and sweat outfit that he was wearing. You're also going to get the Naruto sexy jutsu hair, and then you're also going to get the beanie cap, which can't change colors, which is sad, but it does add, you know, a little bit of something else to the game that we haven't seen. And then of course you're going to get the honorary title, which, you know, is kind of like a tribute to Kurama, like I kind of figured. So before we even get into the content, man, I've got to give a big shout out to my man Saiyan Sauce God for helping me again with all these counters, man. These it takes it's a process. So shout out to you, man. You're the real MVP for helping with this. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the jutsus and give you the counters, and we're gonna be doing the video format a little bit different today. So let me know in the comments at the end of the video how you felt about the format of how I did it today. We're slowly figuring things out. But when we start off, the first thing is going to be a substitution, which is going to be the Baryon breakthrough. So what this does is you enter Baryon mode and escape from enemy attacks. Then perform a counterattack dealing damage and reducing secret technique gauge on hit from a target. And this jutsu has a long cooldown time. So some key points with this substitution, I think it's nearly impossible to dodge, has a pretty quick activation, the range is pretty decent, and it's a great combo starter. When you come in, like I said, it's hard to dodge, so that combo when you hit him in the air is pretty good. But the one drawback is this thing has a long cooldown, so it's going to take a while for you to get this back. Now, some key counters, for the most part, you're probably going to want to use something like Sharingan or also Almighty Push. I didn't get any clips with this substitution because, I mean, for the most part, we only counted the substitutions if it's really bad. And this one I don't think is going to be too bad, but for the most part, Almighty Push, Sharingan, Body Blow. Of course, Body Blow is a combo breaker, so it's going to allow you to, you know, get out of most things. And then Teleportation Jutsu, but you're going to have to time it. But, you know, anything that just can interrupt this movement is going to help you out. So now we get over to the Jutsu, and the first one is going to be the Baryon Bullet Barrage. So, rush down the enemy with the fist clad in Baryon Mode chakra. It deals damage, reduces secret technique gauge of target, and extends the amount of time they cannot use substitutions every time the fist connects. So some key points with this one is super armor, but damage is still taken. Similar to Hazan Strike, but it's worse tracking. So multiple hits, but the multiple hits make up for the tracking. So the fact that the tracking is not as good as Hazan Strike, the fact that it has multiple combos and it's hitting, that's what makes it hard to dodge. This thing breaks guard and it breaks through Susanoo armor. It doesn't break reinforcement jutsu. What I mean by that is going to be things like Rock and Nidojizo. As far as, like I said, it's going to break super armor. So if you're going up against something like Demon Hunter or even Imperial Wrath, because this combo is so long, that's really the key thing with this jutsu. Because this combo is so long, even if somebody might be at a super armor through the first strike, the next strikes after that are going to knock them out of their animation. And this thing breaks most barrier jutsu. So Water Pillar and Sand Shield, yeah, those things are just getting destroyed. And this thing also takes down Trap Jutsu. I tried to actually use the Acrobat technique, and yeah, that didn't go good. So some key counters, Reinforcement Jutsu. So like I said, things like Rock, Nidojizo, Truth Seeker Orbs, these are going to help you out. Of course, Combo Breakers. So things like Body Blow, Truth Seeker Orbs, or, you know, Rock, Nidojizo. But mainly the combo breakers, what I'm meaning is, when we recently saw something with Heavenly Hand Power, how they updated it now, and you can activate it mid-attack. So when I say combo breakers, I mean Body Blow, Heavenly Hand Power, also Strength of 100 Hard Light, and Flying Raijin. Both of these are going to work really well. Boruto Stream won't work, because like I said, with the animation, you're going to be hitting too much, so yeah, you're not going to be able to dodge it with that. Almighty Push, because you get the super armor and you blow them back, this will completely get rid of the animation that they get. Shadow Stitching is pretty well, this is going to stop them. And anything that has a hard stun, so Water Prison, Icicle Swallow, and things like that are going to get them out of it. And Tsukuyomi, if you can actually time it. So this jutsu actually goes through Limbo clones because of the length of it. So I mean, the clones are still going to be striking, but you're still going to be able to get hit if you don't move out of the way. And just like we said, another thing is, but some of the best counters that I see with this jutsu is definitely Icicle Swallow, because like I said, this is a hard stun. It's going to stop them in their tracks, and you're not going to have to worry about anything. Mind Transmission, this also got a new buff, and it moves quicker, and it has a farther range, and this thing works very well with countering it. Shigegami Dance Shield works well. Invulnerability is going to work, so either using the Sunlit Pill or also using the Strength of 100. Those jutsus are going to work well. And then also, like we said, Heavenly Foot of Pain is also going to work, which is something that works with the healer types. It's because of the super armor, and then the strike at the end is going to knock them out of the state. But one thing that I saw with this jutsu, even though it has a decent amount of super armor, the damage that you take from this really draws back. So if you use this Baryon combo and you're going up against Truth Seeker Orbs, your health is nearly probably going to be like down to the bottom because you take damage. And this is what I mean when I say the balance. Even though this jutsu has, you know, a decent amount of frames and it breaks through things, the damage that you take while you do this ends up, you know, making the drawback, and you actually get a risk reward using this jutsu. So the next jutsu is one that I was a little bit worried about because I thought this is very similar to Susanoo armor, and that's going to be the Baryon Tailbreaker. So, what this one is, pierce the enemy with the mighty tail of chakra. While active, it automatically attacks enemies within range and disables the user's ninja tools, deals damage to targets, and reduces their secret technique gauge. So some key things with this one, it's similar to Susanoo armor, but like I said, there's no damage protection. With both of these jutsus, you're still going to take damage when somebody's hitting you. No ninja tools and limited movement, so if you're pulling the right trigger, this deactivates the jutsu. So this means that you're not going to be able to use wire kunai or dashing and stuff like that. So you got to make sure, you know, that you're actually smart using this, because it actually limits your movement. So it might, people would think that this would be very good with running the flag, but because of the limited movement, things are going to be a little bit harder to do. It deactivates easy, so like we said, yeah, pressing the button. It lasts for around 10 seconds, and the arms are going to strike your opponent every 1.5 seconds. If you count the one Mississippi, usually the arm's going to be coming out again. And for a 40-second cooldown, I don't really know if it's worth the drawback of that, but with the arms, it's pretty good with combo extending. The tails won't disappear from what I've seen with any jutsu. The only thing that we didn't get to try was the strange taste. That might be able to get rid of it. This thing breaks barrier jutsu, so it's gonna knock through Water Pillar and Sand Shield, things like that. It's just crazy how one strike knocks it out. So this thing breaks guard, but it takes 2 hits to break the guard. So an opponent could block the first one and then dodge back to get away from this one. This thing's weak against reinforcement jutsus, so things like Rock or Nido Jizo, not really going to do much. This thing will stop charging jutsu if it's something without super armor. So something like Hazan Strike is going to come through, but if you're using the Water Prison jutsu, when we tried it, the arm will knock you back and stop them from hitting you. This thing breaks through Susanoo armor, and this thing's just going to be a base battle game changer because it's going to allow you to knock back multiple people. So some key counters with this one is definitely going to be the Icicle Swallow. This is going to freeze them and you can just wait for the tails to go away. And vulnerability is still going to work, so things like the Sunlit Pill and also Strength of 100, these are going to work. And then also combo breakers. Like I said, my Body Blow breaks everything. So Body Blow, Flying Rising level 1, Heavenly Hand Power, Hard Light, all of these jutsus are going to allow you to still activate and not have to worry about the arms. Boruto Stream works very well with this jutsu, but I didn't mention it doesn't work with the Baryon Bullet Barrage. If you're using that against the Baryon Bullet Barrage, it is not going to work because of how long the strikes are, you're still going to get hit. But when you're using it against this jutsu, against the Tailbreaker, Boruto Stream will allow you to go behind and get a strike in. And then, like I said, Sharingan, Shikigami Dance Shield, and Reinforcement Jutsu. That's the main thing. Reinforcement Jutsu and combo breakers. And last thing we touch on, and I like how they added, you know, the little, come here, come get some more. But we got to talk about the ultimate, Baryon Mode. So, fully recovers health and ninjutsu, increases physical abilities, and changes ninjutsu. However, health is continuously drained and ninja tools are blocked. Target's secret technique is reduced and damage is dealt even for guarding targets. Additional input releases a Rasengan. So this is something that I was very worried about with this jutsu. I was worried if you're going to get your health back before the health starts going away, and you get full health. So this automatically makes this thing cheese. And the fact that you get 2 separate ninjutsu, which is one of them, is where you're kind of like doing that kick that he did against this Isshiki when he went up in the air and kicked him into the water, where you teleport and you kick him, and then you also just get the normal teleportation. So this is going to be crazy for running the flag. But some key points: so restores health, we already know that. Damage boost, constant damage, it reduces the secret technique. It's a long lasting jutsu. It's kind of, you know, similar to the 8 inner gates, but I honestly feel like this one has a longer amount of time that you can use it. And then the second activation is similar to the Unison Rasengan. It's pretty easy to hit, and it's, you know, it does a decent amount of damage. So we didn't really feel as though we needed to really counter this ultimate too much, because like I said, it's like one of those form ultimates. But some key counters that you can use to, you know, to go against Baryon Mode is buying yourself time, because honestly their health is going to be going down, so range types can probably find a way to deal with this ultimate. But like I said, Karma Linchpin might be able to get rid of the state of Baryon Mode. We didn't try it out. If you want me to try it out, let me know in the comments and I might be able to see about that. Of course, Tsukuyomi and Izanami, these are going to be things that are going to leave someone in their certain place and now allow them not to move. So this would allow Baryon Mode to run out. Sea Dragon, I believe, would have the same effect, because I don't believe Baryon Mode gives you super armor. So if you're getting pulled into the tornado and you're constantly getting damaged while losing health, Sea Dragon is probably going to be a very good counter for this. And then Koto Amutsukami, however you say that, it's also going to be pretty good, because you're going to reverse their controls, and this should, you know, allow you to buy some time for Baryon Mode to wear out. But honestly, when we're looking at the verdict for this DLC, honestly, I'm gonna have to give it an S rank, man. It's pretty good. And you know, I see everybody saying it's pretty OP. I mean, it is a very good DLC, but there's also a lot of drawbacks that come with each jutsu, and that's what I like. It's not like, you know, you just get all this power and there's no risk. There's a decent amount of damage that you can get from using some of these jutsus, and I feel like they're pretty balanced. As far as with the Baryon Tailbreaker, they might end up reducing the cooldown with this one and maybe making it last less long, but I think, you know, all around, this is a pretty good DLC. You know, I'm always going to say I wish the rewards would have been a little bit better. This was the perfect time to give us hand-to-hand, but that didn't happen. But we very well, this raises the bar for Isshiki, and I'll probably do another video about some new predictions that I have for that. But honestly, let me know how y'all are feeling about the Baryon Mode DLC, and let me know how y'all felt about these counters, and what have you been running to combat everybody running that Baryon Barrage, which is just going to be cheese, especially running that with Imperial Wrath. I can already see it. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the video, and I'm going to see y'all next time. We up.